Hello, today's WHInsight is going to be a fun one. I'm going to show you how within HubSpot to create deal tags. And so this deal tags that we're going to create, one's going to be whenever a quote gets signed, it's going to put a tag on it. And then another one is that whenever an invoice gets paid, we're going to put a tag on the deal card within HubSpot. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. Here we are in HubSpot. The first thing I'm going to show is that there's no tags that are currently applied. So we'll hop over into the deals portion of HubSpot, and we're going to be working on this this deal here. And so just loaded the page, there's no deal tags applied. Whenever we go to set up the deal tags, it's going to create these little tags or flags on the card itself that'll be nice visual identifiers on the deal card. So the first thing we need to do is have the demo client sign the quote and the invoice itself. So I'll hop over there. This is the quote. So we'd scroll down and verify to sign. So I should receive a email here shortly. Verify my identity. Start signing. Scroll down, click to sign, just type. Continue. I agree. Okay, so our quote has been signed, and then the other item that we need to do is pay the invoice. So pay now. I needed to put some dummy data in here, so I went ahead and did that. I'll go ahead and pay the invoice now. So we've successfully paid the invoice. The next step we need to do is go ahead and set up the deal tags. So if we hop over into HubSpot, I'll just verify that those payments have been made. So we've succeeded with the invoice payment and the quote has been signed. So let's go ahead and set up the deal tag. Hop over into settings using this gear icon. And we'll scroll down on the left until we get to deals. And then in the pipeline section, we'll go ahead and select that tab. We're in the sales pipeline. And what we want to do is use this deal tags tab. Go ahead and manage deal tags and add a tag. It gives you a couple options here. What we're going to do is create from scratch. So we'll go ahead and name this invoice paid. You can add a description. Signifies. Go ahead and make it green. You can also add a little emoji here, something like cash icon, all pipelines. So this is where we build the filter. So we'll go ahead and come into here and we're going to actually select, we're on the invoice. So we'll go ahead and select invoice. And then what I've done here, so what we can do is we can, once we've got the invoice selected at the top, we'll go ahead and select external invoice status. And we'll do is any of, and we'll do fully paid. Go ahead and hit next, review the tag, and save. Then we'll go ahead and add one more tag for when the quote gets signed. Again, we're going to create from scratch. We'll say maybe something like agreement signed. And then we can use like a pencil icon. Make this red. And I didn't touch on this last time, but you can choose whether to apply this to specific pipelines or all pipelines. So we'll go ahead and do a similar thing, create the filter. Again, instead of a deal, we are going to look for a quote. And then this one's kind of a little bit tricky. What we can do is we can do this e-sign date, and then all we would really want to do is e-sign date is known, and we'll go ahead and do that. We can also add like a or filter, so if someone manually signs, we could go ahead and try to capture that as well. So I believe there's a is manually signed is equal to true. So if either one of these has been designated, then we would get a invoice signed or agreement signed deal tag to pop up. So we'll go ahead and confirm that and hit save. So the moment of truth, if we hop over into the deals portion, we should see this deal tag get applied. It may take a second. So the agreement signed has populated. Let's refresh one more time to see if the invoice paid. My apologies. The filter that we want on the invoice being paid is not external invoice status. We just want it to be invoice status. This external invoice status can be utilized whenever considering things like syncing with QuickBooks or Xero or some other accounting platform. That's what this external invoice status is meant to be used for. So I'll go ahead and delete that and recreate the filter one more time. So we're on invoice, and then we'll type in invoice status, not external, but just regular invoice status is any of, and then we'll go ahead and select paid. Everything else looks good. We'll save that. Now we'll hop over into the deals portion and wait for this to get applied. Refresh one more time, and there we go. So we've got a indicator or deal tag that displays when an invoice has been paid and an agreement has been signed. Now, why would you want to do this instead of like manually triggering things to move into certain stages? It just depends on the use case, but there's a client that I worked with that didn't quite want it to automatically be moved, but they wanted to be able to see at a glance which ones had invoices paid and agreements signed so that it could be manually moved into the appropriate stage. Let me know if you have any questions, and happy WHImpacting.